How's it going, everyone? My name's Aiden. Welcome back. Today's day 253 of Post back on this channel. Back in the journey once again. Hopefully, you all are having such a great Thursday today. Another day in the week, of course, we are back. One more day until the weekend. So let's keep on pushing through and keep on going. But with that being said, today's message that I want to talk about is growth begins when you stop repeating the same cycles. And before we get into that message, let's talk about the day real quick. Didn't really do anything other than have class and go to the gym. 3 hours of class and then hitting the gym after felt pretty good. The only thing I look forward to tonight is just sleeping. So that shall be fun. But back to today's message. Growth begins when you stop repeating the same cycles. I think after a while, doing the same thing over and over and over gets a little repetitive. And, you know, talking about cycles, I mean it in a way as for bad cycles. You repeat back to the same old habits. You don't change yourself. You expect change, you expect growth, you expect to see some difference in your life, but you still do the same things over and over again. You really have to understand that if you want to see yourself change, you have to make the change yourself. Truth is, nobody's coming to save you. Nobody's going to do it for you other than yourself doing it. I think something I kind of realized about something along the lines of this is, you know, when I've gotten my heart broken, I always repeated the same cycles of, filling the void that I had with bad habits, you know, falling down the lines of relapsing and also just kind of, you know, putting my time towards things that I knew were only going to give me temporary relief. I never really looked at anything for the long term because why would I? Who cares about the long term? I have so many more years to live that I don't need to care about that stuff. But then I always expected myself to see change, to see a difference in my life, and it was simply because I was not doing anything to benefit myself. Instead, destroy myself even more. When the cycles, start to get repetitive, you always want to expect something new. You always want to see something new. But when you don't see anything new, you just give up. Here's the thing: when starting something new, you have to give yourself belief of doing it. You can't let yourself go. You can't say, oh, okay, I'm only giving this a couple tries and that's it. Because when trying to put something new into your life, it's going to be fail, 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 success, fail, 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 success, fail, success, fail. It's like the balance of it is going to be good and bad. So you always have to put a perspective in your mind that although things one day will be successful, you will fail. And sometimes it won't work out for you in an instance. But if you keep yourself consistent and moving forward, it will. And I think a lot of people give up after 2 or 3 weeks of seeing no results for themselves. And that's why, they end up in the same spot that they do. And then they wonder why they can't get anywhere. Stop having bad cycles in your life and start new ones. Start ones that are going to benefit you. Start ones that are going to make you successful. I mean, here's one. Instead of waking up and immediately getting on your phone, wake up and find something else to do, whether it's reading 10 pages of a book. writing down new ideas you have for today, maybe starting homework, doing something that is other than having the ability of doom scrolling in your bed and starting your day off kind of on a bad note. Well, lazy. We want to remind our bodies that we're just not made for being lazy in bed all the time. Not saying that that's a bad thing, because sometimes we need the rest and we need to kick our legs back and relax, but all the time, it's not good. So, really, break the bad cycles to start the better ones. Maybe at the start of the week, reset yourself, start a new schedule. Wake up, go on a run, or maybe wake up, go to the gym. Do things that are going to benefit your body and your mind, and not just put all that energy to waste. I feel that once you get the hang of it, it all starts to fall in place. And how I've kind of got myself used to it is I already know that there are going to be bad days ahead. I already know that there's going to be great days ahead. But I also know that in life, there's just things that you have to accept, and that comes within change of your life. That each day you live, something is always going to change no matter what, and sometimes you just can't do anything about it, so you have to accept it and move on. So, in order for you to really see true growth in yourself, you need to break the bad cycles and start better ones. Because that's when you see things will truly evolve. But with that being said, guys, I hope you all have such a great rest of the evening. And remember to take care of yourself. You deserve, you matter. And I will see you all tomorrow. Take care.